Making sure my hotkey is working. Okay. Yeah, by the end of the oh wait, no, I didn't want to start the game up. I wanted to show some stuff first. First of all, let me had all this ready to go. I actually planned for something for once. Except I did not update the game name. Want to do a little more to show off like the artwork and stuff for the games. I've just grabbed the flyers real fast because Cyberlip's got a pretty cool poster. Iron Shake, thank you for the 62 months.
Check it out.
Thank you, Adam, for the 100 bits. Wait, this says 46 mega. I guess I have the number wrong. I could have sworn the master list said 50, though. I guess they rounded up. Let me double check. Yeah, the master list said 50, but it says 46 here. Which is correct. Who knows?
Mizoguchi wins!
Sphero Symphony makes your games come alive. But yeah, there's we gotta look at some things with this game because Cyberlip is also I don't know. It had this one poster that nobody can find like a clean scan of. That's also kind of cool. Of this dude's butt. Apparently, like they sold this poster in the wait, now it says 47 megs. Which is it? Fuck it, we're rounding up. I didn't even notice that part. Fuck it, we're rounding up. Can't even make up your fucking mind. But yeah, like they sold this. They like advertised it in that insert that came with like certain issues of like EGM, which had it was like a 16-page spread about Neo-Geo stuff. And yeah, that ad, which I did not put in the slideshow. I'm only going to show it this one time because they kind of advertise. They didn't advertise this in magazines at the time, or in the traditional gaming magazines like EGM. They like specifically ran this in Playboy or something, and they picked Cyberlip for the game there because the juxtaposition of that of the first boss with the dude's pose is kind of you can see what they're going for. He used to play all night with me, hot action, fantasy games, you name it. Now he says his Neo-Geo gives him more, plus Major League Sports, Ninja Warriors, and flamethrower enemies. Can you do that, he asks? God. What a silly ass ad. Although the weird thing is there's like another version going around that also has ninja combat for some reason. I don't know. maybe the Cyberlip one was too obvious. Yeah, you want flamethrower enemies in your bed. That's not a good idea. Wait, did they show it in EGM? I thought they didn't. Like, I thought they like specifically saved these for like for like men's magazines. But yeah, he's totally resting the joystick on his dick. Maybe it was in a. I mean, if anybody can figure out if this like was in a one of the more traditional game magazines at the time, let me know, I guess. Anyway, we should actually we should not be ogling girlies. Let's should actually be playing video games here. Maybe it was video games and computer entertainment. Maybe. Also, one thing I want to show before I start playing. Get the audio right. Game's kind of quiet. This is another one of those games that has an extended intro in the home version. So let's reset that. Rick and Brooke. None of this gets shown in the MVS version.
The federal government, facing an increased population crisis, approved development of a space colony project.
It has voice.
The federal government appointed Colony CO5 as the military fortress. Many military androids were sent there. They were found to be defective. Numerous problems occurred in the military.
Found to be defective.
The federal government installed a supercomputer in Colony CO5 to control the androids. Android military troops were made and trained against the invading aliens. The federal military had reduced their soldiers...
Isn't Michael Beard with reverb? It might be.
The fruits of man's intelligence have...
Oh, they went ahead a few years. Well, look forward to that in 8 years or so. SGP, thank you for the 18 months. Thank you very much for the resub. And also thank you, Yuri Rini, for the 32 months, and Hydreigon for the 24 months. Sorry, I missed those while we're setting stuff up. Alright, let me switch back to arcade mode. Oops. Work RAM error. There we go. Yeah, for some reason those early games also like advertise this Sphero Symphony stuff. It makes your games come alive. Alright, I think we're ready to play the video game now. Buttons are set. But yeah, like for some reason they don't want long ass intros in the attract mode. A button shoot, B button jump. C button switches weapons.
The military android has landed in the old town area. Proceed to that point right away and stop them. You are the last hope. Good luck.
Oh, I think I cut that off early. It's not a specific version of MAME. You have to use like cheats to like quickly switch it between home and AES mode. But you can also run stuff off of AES mode. Like just you have to put in an extra line of text to like specify which game you're playing in AES mode. Get him. Anyway, this is obviously a side-scrolling platformer. A run and gun. 6 years before Metal Slug would come out, there was this. This was their first attempt at a side-scrolling run and gun on the Neo-Geo. And as such, it doesn't really, it kind of gets forgotten in Metal Slug's shadow. But is it still an okay game in its own right? I think it is.
Reloading magazine completed.
They have an advertisement in the background for Riding Higher. They couldn't. They cared so little about Riding Hero, they didn't even want to get the name of the game right. There's also a poster for Mahjong Kill Retsu in there, which did not come out in the outside of Japan. And yeah, there were some G-Mantle posters.
Sunshine wins.
Oh man, here he comes.
Watch out.
There's the boy. Simonosuke, thank you for the 54 months. Anyway, he dies easily to the bazooka. What other games had unique intros? Super Spy had one. Puzzle's gonna have one tonight. Sengoku has one.
Now investigating the supercomputer that controls the androids. Hurry to Colony CO5, where the computer is, and wait for further orders.
Found out you can't mash the joystick during those scenes or it'll cut off the dialogue.
Ready, go!
So I mean, so far this is like, you know, pretty standard run and gun. This level's kind of tricky because time limit's pretty short. You have a 2-minute time limit. You kind of have to haul ass on the stage. Not for the flamethrower. But yeah, also like we didn't really like. I'm not playing this in console mode right now, but there's not really anything else that got added to this in console mode. Like nothing else different. Like you don't have access to difficulty settings or anything like that. And it gives you unlimited continues. So if you bought this game for $200, if you bought the home cartridge for 200 smackers, you could just use unlimited continues, play through it in like half an hour, and then be like, okay, now what? But that'll change soon. Oop, I almost got hit by the barrel. Starting to run out of time. Also, almost every stage has this door that refills all your ammo. Look out below. You don't even have to go in the door. Alright, second boss. This is what you save bazooka for. Oh, that didn't kill it somehow. I should not be dying on that boss. I accidentally hit the wheel. Well, I'm not gonna restart. Fuck it.
Let's roll.
That was stupid. And so between some levels, they give you a choice between up or down. You have like a 50-50 chance of getting dragged off to another level.
The supercomputer biochip
Did not happen that time.
independent and is out of control. They now control us. We order you to destroy the supercomputer. Ready, go!
Yeah, I should not fuck up that boss, but whatever. Well, it's more of a mini level. It's like a sewer level. I later found out that there is a way to get it every time. You just let the timer run out. There's like an invisible timer. So if you're playing for score, that's what you gotta do. But we're not worrying about score this time. Anyway, starting with this stage is an auto-scroller, which it probably didn't need to be. For whatever reason, they decided after the first two stages, we're just going to make everything auto-scrollers. Probably should have left a wide shot there. So you have a timer in the first two stages. But they get rid of it after that and decide to make this nothing but auto-scrollers. I'm not sure why they decided to do this. That's kind of my biggest complaint with the game. I feel like they might have thought, like, maybe there just wasn't enough content in this game. Maybe the levels weren't long enough and they decided to stretch it out a little longer by making it an auto-scroller so you couldn't just run through everything. Put in more enemies that spawn. I get the feeling they might have rushed this a little bit. But I mean, they were trying to, you know, they were trying to put out as many games as possible for the Neo-Geo system, so kind of get the feeling some of these games were rushed. Go for a casual Sunday evening stroll. Look out below. Alright, so the crab boss, if you don't shoot it fast enough, it does this thing where it charges at you, but if you have the auto shot, you can just do this. And it just kind of dies.
Let's roll.
Yeah, the font for your remaining ammo is very cyber, very pixely. Oh, I got the extra stage.
Ready, go!
The auto-scrolling sewer level, and I'm gonna have forgotten which which pattern this is. Don't want to do a high jump there, or you hit the ceiling and you die. Found that out the hard way. These stages have these annoying, like, snake enemies. Uh-oh. Take a lot of hits. Alright, got it. Just use all my auto shots. Look out below. Roll into the elevator.
Confirmed. The strong energy wave is being emitted from the computer room. The computer is tracking our moves. Be careful.
It's like he's just reading the script for the first time.
Ready, go!
I mean, elevator stage, okay. That makes sense for an auto-scroller, at least. But the wild thing is... Oh man, I forgot to get screenshots of that. There's like a promotional video that SNK put together for something. It was for like the Consumer Electronics Show or something that showed footage from a lot of games. And like the footage they showed from like they showed footage from like the first couple levels of this game, but there was no timer. So I think like the first couple levels were auto-scrollers, and they decided to make the first couple levels instead, you know, force the player to scroll the screen like a normal game. There was also different text on the theater building in the first stage. I need to like do something with that video at some point. Analyze all the prototype differences, because there's a couple. There's a few. Alright, I don't need those weapons. Hopefully I don't get fucked over on the boss. Jetpack assholes. So to this day, I still don't know the best way to do this boss. I just kind of throw grenades and hope for the best. I fear some space invaders. Hey, I was safe. Nice. There's no real pattern to where the lasers fire. There's no safe spots as far as I can tell. Sometimes it works when you stay on the right edge of the screen, sometimes it doesn't. Let's go up again. Damn. Would each successive sewer stage scrolls like a little faster? Well, it still kind of follows the same patterns. Yeah, I guess they're more like centipedes than snakes. Brilliant idea for a series. I don't know if it's brilliant, but it's been fun. Thank you. Mostly just an excuse to play Neo-Geo games again. I just really like the Neo-Geo. Alright, next stage gets a little weird. They will have already been brainwashed.
Ready, go!
Yeah, it's just nice to play these like a little more casually instead of having to like stress out and worry about 1cc's. That's kind of why I wanted to get away from doing 1cc's every week. 8-Man has not been played yet. 8-Man might show up next time. It's like 5 or 6 games away. 5 or 6 games away after what happens tonight.
Completed.
Are the weird monsters the researchers who are aliens? I assume they were, like, researching aliens. Like, they, like, captured aliens, but... Uh-oh. Don't like that. Yeah, I actually like 8-Man a lot. I will try to make a case for that game, because I've seen that game get kind of... the game's kind of misunderstood. I can get a Corbot back. Look out below.
Look out below, look out below, look out below.
Yeah, the wide shot is just not a wide shot in nature. It's just has horrible recoil, so the shots go all over the place. All right, aliens out of the ground. There's only 7 stages in this game. This is stage 5. Alright, so the trick to this boss, you have to abuse iframes at the beginning. So there are these 2 things that shoot at you. So you want to shoot this one, like, right away. And then leave the second one, because the boss gets more aggressive when both have been destroyed. So you just focus on, like, destroying these. Yeah, if you can 1-all R-Type, you should definitely be able to get a 1-all on Last Resort. That game is really good. Although also, I think definitely not as hard as R-Type. I don't think the 2-all is that bad. Like, it's a little bit harder, but it's not, like, unreasonable. But we'll talk about Last Resort when the time comes. That was, what, 92? Got a little ways to go. Let's roll. So this is the last time they give you the up-down choice. They really wanted me to go down.
We can barely hear your message because of the strong energy wave.
Mm-hmm.
The computer room is in front of you.
Do your best. Give them all you got.
Ready, go!
1-all is basically one scene, but only clearing like the first loop, because some games will have multiple loops. Like when you finish all the levels in Last Resort, you go to like you start back in stage 1, but it's a little bit harder. Not many games on the Neo-Geo actually like have loops. When you reach the end, it's just the end. It's just Last Resort, Alpha Mission 2. Under Dunos actually has infinite loops. I think that might be the only one. Also, I should point out that I've actually... The default high score is 100,000. When I first saw this game in an arcade, nobody had beaten the default high score, so I kind of made it my mission to take the high score. Beat that default high score. You gotta get to, like, stage 4 or so to beat it. So I was very happy when I did. Woo! Woo CLN 396? I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Thank you very much for the resub. Thank you for the 3 months. Apologies if I mispronounced anything. Although the funny thing is, I never saw this game when it was like brand new, because they did not get it at in the local 6-slot cabinet. It wasn't until like years later. It was like 94. I saw this game for the first time at like a movie theater out of town. Which is too bad. I would have liked to... It would have been cool to have this in a local cabinet at the time. Oh, I hate this jump. Can jump and shoot that guy, then jump. There we go. Look out below. Alright, this boss, you just throw grenades at him. Just watch out for the big missile. Do a big jump to avoid it. It's kind of a cheap death if you don't know about it. But otherwise, it dies fast. Alright, final stage. Here comes the most legendary cutscene.
Now, go into the computer room.
My name is Cyberlip. I am the supercomputer you are looking for. I am not insane. I have just been evilly reprogrammed.
It's literally a cyberlip.
Ready, go!
Amazing. So the final stage is like a mini boss rush.
Ray wins!
One of these doors has the last boss. 6 of the doors are previous bosses. And one of them is the reload room. So I think there's 4 different like sets of level routes that I had to like write down. This is the 3rd boss. So you could get lucky and get the last boss like right away. But if you want to play for score, you have to kill everything. Which I don't think we're going to worry about. We could do the 5th boss, sure. I could do everything except the 4th boss. Fuck it. Squeeze this out a little bit. I won't beat my old high score, but that's alright. Got another Geiger alien boss, like Astyanax last week wasn't enough. Well, yeah, it is kind of RNG because you don't know. There's 4 different patterns, and you don't know which one you get the first time. So you can kind of make a guess at it. Alright, let's go in that one. That's the 6th boss again. So yeah, it would suck for speedruns. I don't know if anybody actually speedruns this, because most of this game is auto-scrolling, but, you know, killing the boss is faster. I guess that's the speedrun part.
Reloading magazine completed.
Okay, so let's go over here.
Watch out!
Don't die on this boss again, please. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do all of them. Let's see if I can get lucky again.
Watch out!
Nope. That's frickin' boss. Okay. Well, now we can fight the last boss, who's very underwhelming.
Watch out!
Especially if you have grenades. Eventually it'll shoot out those metal plates. But this is pretty much all it does. Also, you get to be on jetpacks for this part. Where was that for the rest of the game? Uh-oh. Whatever. I had a life, it was okay.
Let's roll!
Let's roll. Hey, it's still a 1cc. And now the chilling ending.
Mission completed. You have done a good job. There are no more obstacles in our way. The Earth is ours.
Dun dun dun. If there's anything people remember about this game, it's the ending and the cutscene before the last stage with Cyberlip being evilly reprogrammed because he's not insane. Yeah. But they never made a Cyberlip 2. They kind of... This was it. Okay, Goo. Crazy Love. Alright, so I should get my personal thoughts on the game out before I bring up the spreadsheet, so I can actually like pay attention to the voting. I actually like this game a lot. Like, I feel like this game gets kind of a bad rap sometimes because it's compared kind of unfavorably to Metal Slug, and it's pretty safe to say Metal Slug is going to rank higher than this game when Metal Slug eventually gets played. But for the time, you know, I thought it was pretty cool. Like, yeah, there's not really much to it. It's just 7 stages. You get infinite continues on the home version. There's nothing to really discourage you from just credit feeding. Unless, of course, you know, you want to play for score, because the game doesn't keep your score and continue. So there is some incentive to play for score. Like I said, I saw cabinets of this eventually where, like, nobody had beaten the default 100,000 point high score. Kind of a high default score, so that, like, just aiming for that goal to start is always a good place. I've almost knocked it off this high score list, huh? But yeah, I like the vibe of it. I like the theme. But I really don't like the auto-scrolling. I wish like every stage wasn't auto-scrolling after stage 2. The gun aiming's a little weird too. You can't fire diagonally. And there's like this weird, if you like press up when you're already walking, you have to like walk forward like another step or so before like you start shooting up. It's kind of odd. Do P1 and P2 move at different speeds? Let me test that.
Ready, go!
Huh. Oh wait, it's just whoever's behind gets like extra speed so they can catch up, I guess. Let me turn on invincibility. And then they start moving the same speed. Yeah, I guess they just have a a little catch-up mechanic. That's kind of weird. I never noticed that. Ugh. Oh yeah, player 2's they say unique things when you lose your last life. I forgot to show that. I've been hit. I'm a goner. Well, they have the same voice for some reason. Sick handstand, dude. Alright, well. Yeah, I should probably look at the game over screen, too.
Cyberlip.
Anyway, I like this game. I can understand people not caring for it as much as I do, but I think it's pretty good. Question is, of course, where do we rank it? Where does it go? I would say it's a more accessible game than the Super Spy. Is it better than the Super Spy? I mean, you know how biased I am. I would say it's not as good as Magician Lord. Seeing a lot of consensus on the third spot. Because yeah, Magician Lord was a lot more creative in what in what it did. What are the harder games I've played to beat the default high score on? Oh, just wait till Legend of Success Joe. Wait till that. That's a topic for another tangent, or a tangent for another time. Yeah, a lot of okay, couple twos, couple fours. I think averaging it out at number 3 seems like the way to go here. Wait, does it have the same NGH number? Maybe I didn't update the NGH number. Fuck, I didn't do that again. Hold on, I can't check. Hold on 1 second. It was NGH0. It was NGH-010. Well, once again, I did something without the right number. I'm a bad streamer. Okay. So we're gonna. The consensus seems to be put it at number 3, and I'm okay with that. I have to undo that. JCW, you can fill in everything else. Yeah, we're gonna have to play Legend of Success Joe when the time comes. We gotta play everything. Well, everything that's playable. So yeah, 3rd place. I think that seems about right. Dang, I had everything updated except that. Okay, let's make sure I get everything right this time. Puzzled is an SNK game. Release date just a couple weeks after Cyberlip. November 20th, 1990. Only 22 megs. And it has a really high NGH number, 21. I think they rushed this out pretty fast.